Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope you are well. Just gonna wait here for a sec for a couple more people to jump on. Hope all of you are staying healthy and well and safe and continuing to learn and work during this time. We are going to be talking about something new today, but as always, we are here to answer your questions and chat with you about your journey learning to code. So feel free to introduce yourselves and use the comment section to post any questions you have, and we will get to those. So I am going to wait here for just another minute for folks to jump on. Don't want to miss anyone. If you saw some of our announcements today about our topic, you probably know that we are close to launching our very first virtual cohort for SC Codes, which is very exciting. Our goal here is really to kind of emulate what we've been doing in our in-person courses through primarily our library partnerships, some of our partnerships with other organizations too. And of course, right now it's difficult to do that in a lot of locations where our libraries are remaining closed, of course, to be as safe as possible during this time, and especially in a, in-person, enclosed classroom. That's something that will probably be a little while before we're able to offer again. So in the meantime, we really wanted to figure out a way to continue to offer that, accountability and that kind of cohort model virtually. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And again, though, if you have questions about anything else, feel free to jump on in there. So my name is Leah King, and I am the Executive Director of Build Carolina. We are the organization that runs SC Codes, and I am coming to you live from my house in Greenville, South Carolina. We are really excited tonight to announce the launch of our virtual front-end basics cohort. What that means is we are going to have a select number of students who will actually start this course together. This is a course that is always available on our platform, and you can take it at any time that you want to at your own pace. But we know from experience and from data that a lot of students really find value in taking a course together with other students and with the assistance of a mentor. So what we're going to do is open up registration for the course. That will open up this week. And in order for you to actually register, you need to be on the SC Codes platform. And if you're not sure if you're on it yet, or if you know you're not on it yet, what I recommend doing is going on the platform, it's at sccodes.org, and making sure that you have at least started the Getting Started guide. So that's a great place to start, and if you're there, you will be getting our emails, and that should go out this week. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Make sure that you are registered and that you know about our exciting news when we are announcing it. So the Front-End Basics cohort will start in a couple weeks. We're going to actually do it on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, starting on Tuesday, June 23rd, and it will run for 6 weeks. So we'll meet once a week for that 6 weeks for about an hour, of course, give or take, depending on what our students need. So there's lots of exciting stuff to kind of come with that, and I am going to invite Alex Martin, our technical lead and our amazing mentor, who is going to be helping us to lead this effort, to join us here in a second. So give me just a sec and I will pull him in. I'm going to mute myself. If you guys have questions though, don't forget about that comment box. All right. Hello, hello. Let me make sure. Let me do this so that we have a little bit better sound. Has my sound been very quiet?
I can hear you okay.
I don't know if it's been very quiet this whole time, you guys. If it has, let me know, and I'll repeat myself. Hello, Alex.
Hey, Leah. Hey, everybody. How are y'all this evening?
I am good. I hope you are.
Yeah, doing okay. Excited to get started with front-end basics.
Yeah.
Getting back into a more classroom-style setting.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of just saying is, we've been a little bit sidelined, not being able to do our in-person cohorts, and there's still a ton of students who, really look forward to kind of having that accountability, and I think we'll get a lot out of this kind of virtual cohort model. So we are excited to launch this. Alex is going to be taking us through the front-end basics course. And we do already have a couple of questions coming in, but before I get to those, Alex, will you kind of give us just a super brief overview of like what it's going to be like to be part of this cohort, what to expect for those who think they might be interested in signing up this week, and kind of just what that breakdown week to week is going to look like?
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy to. So this is actually really close to my heart because when I started with SE codes way back in the version 1, just getting off the ground days, this is the only way we ran things, were in-person cohorts. And what we're going to be using is called a flipped classroom. The idea here is I'm not just going to stand and talk to you for an hour and everybody gets bored and falls asleep and turns their camera off. I'm going to actually be working with you. So the first half of class, I'll be presenting and we'll be kind of reviewing some content, going over maybe a new topic. And the second half of class, I'll be working one-on-one or in small groups with the students in class. The goal there is just to kind of help tease out those questions and give you a safe place to ask whatever you want to ask. Take all the intimidation out of those big group sessions. And sometimes that can be hard to find online. Now, we're going to be covering front-end basics, which is our kind of mid-level front-end course. We're aiming this class in particular at complete beginners. So we will take you from I don't know how a web page works all the way to I've built 2 or 3 web pages on my own. And we'll be doing that in nice little logical blocks that are broken up right along with our modules from the SC Codes curriculum. So if you've taken the front-end basic class already, this may not be a good class for you to get into since it'll be mostly review. But if you haven't jumped into one of our bigger courses, this would be a really good way to get your feet wet and get some experience building some cool stuff.
I echo that it's going to be a unique experience. It's also a limited experience. So we are, for this first cohort, we're limiting to just a few students, to make sure that our students get a chance to get to know each other and to really kind of be in that smaller classroom environment, even though it's virtual. So for those who are watching with us tonight, we will be unveiling, revealing the process for how to register for class. And so if you think like, hey, I really want to commit to 6 weeks of learning this virtually with the class, you will have the opportunity to register and grab one of those seats. So super exciting. We're going to put that out again via email for those people who are already kind of on our platform and already part of our system. If you're not part of our system yet, go just jump into that Getting Started guide, and then you'll be in the system. And that's something really good for any of our students to go ahead and complete that Getting Started guide before you go too much further anyway. We'll also announce it though in our Slack channel. So again, if you're not part of that yet, make sure you join our Slack channel for SC Codes. In a second, I'll grab that link and put it in the comments as well. And then we'll be announcing it on our social media feed as well. So lots of ways to join, but I think we do want to make sure that you understand, who's a good fit for this class. Alex mentioned it's geared toward beginners, which is, of course, what we're all about at SC Codes. And typically when we are hosting an in-person course, we're able to work with our library partners with things like computer access and, any of the barriers that we know occasionally come for people who are trying to learn to code. And we know internet access and access to good technology is tough for some people. That's why we partner with libraries and our awesome partners. For this course, though, since it's online, and since we're not really able to meet in person right now, we are recommending and really heavily encouraging, if not requiring, that you have a computer, access to a computer, that computer has some kind of webcam capability and microphone capability so that you can communicate with Alex can communicate with you can communicate with each other and all that good stuff, because we really do want it to be as close to a real, classroom experience as possible.
Yeah. And one of the nice things here is you're going to be learning with us, right? Like that's kind of fun for me as a teacher, because usually I get up and I instruct and we kind of know the material. But in this case, we're going to be learning together what the best way is to put these courses on. And so, especially if you get into these first seats, you'll have the opportunity to help shape what this class looks like for lots of students who come after. We are going to be very heavily encouraging both video and microphone because we want to be interactive, and that kind of comes from our experience in the classroom. Leah has done some teaching. I've done plenty of teaching. We both know if you can get eye to eye with somebody, sometimes that's the difference between making something stick and them leaving class and feeling kind of underwhelmed. And we don't want to lose that nice in-person class feel in these virtual cohorts because we think that'll really help you get off the ground on the right foot.
Yeah.
But we are going to be really open to suggestions, and we're really excited to put this on and see how it goes. And so if you are feeling adventurous, this will be a good class to get started with for sure.
Yes. And I know Emily, our friend Emily from Aiken, is already excited about joining the cohort, which is great to hear, Emily. We will love to have you as part of that. And yeah, as Alex said, this is kind of a test case. It's kind of a pilot for us and for our students. So while we've got the curriculum down pat, and this is a course, as I said in the beginning tonight, that you, regardless of if you're part of this cohort, you can go through this course at any time at your own pace. So if you don't know, hey, I'm not sure if I can commit to that time, that day of the week or anything like that, that is completely fine. You can still take this course and you can take it at any time. But yeah, the good news is we are planning on offering a bunch more of these virtual cohort opportunities in the future. And this first class is going to help us make sure that we do that to the best of our ability. So for those who can join us, we'd love to have you. Alex, do you mind just breaking down a little bit about, hey, I'm gonna be part of the class, the first night of class. What should I expect to do? What is that going to look like?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So the breakdown we have right now for the first night, it's a little bit weird since we're still getting to know each other and getting to know the process here. So the first night we're going to cover just a little bit of content, and we'll do some introductions and kind of set some expectations, make sure everybody has their system set up the way they need to. But then each night after that, through the final night, will be review. So the goal will be, hey, work through module 2, and then next Tuesday we'll review that. I'll answer questions, I'll run demos of things that maybe were particularly challenging from that module, things we know students sometimes have trouble with. And then we'll dig into those things individually. And that's where we'll break out into that kind of lab time, right? We'll have the freedom to help you work on your projects and help answer your questions as you're digging into this material. So each of the middle 4 weeks there will just be review. And then our last week, we'll review our final project, which will be a super cool little fantasy themed calculator. And then we'll talk about both certificates and moving on to next steps. And again, that's one of the benefits of having these kind of cohort style courses is if I can get to know people, if we can get to know you as students, we can help tell you what direction to go. And if you're somebody who's looking for a job, we can help point you in that direction. If you want to know what the next class you should take is, we can help guide you there. And so that last night is going to be a little bit of review and a lot of time to ask those last questions and help kind of encourage you in the direction you want to go. And as Leah said, our class times are going to be, I think it's 6 to 7 each Tuesday. But that is flexible. So don't feel like, oh, if I can't get there right at 6 every night, I can't make it. If you're a few minutes late, you need to hang out a few minutes after, we'll be pretty flexible. Our goal here is to support you. And Leah, you said it best. We already have the content. And so this isn't a case of we're writing a course for you. We're bringing you a course in a different way. We want to get as many people as we can. And so if you're somebody who has sat down and looked at this stuff 5, 6, 7 times and just can't seem to make it stick, doing something in person with a little more guidance and a little more lecture might be the last step you need to really make it stick and really get over that hump to the next level. And that's what we want to do for you. So I'm super excited. Really appreciate, Leah giving me the opportunity, but also getting to work with the students and, everybody here giving us the opportunity to help guide you on that path because it's a cool path.
I know. And that's one of the parts I miss right now about the fact that we can't have these in-person opportunities is, it's cool for you and I to be able to talk to our students, but we don't get to see you. And, I love, of course, that at least you guys can answer or ask questions of us, but we are both, I think, looking forward to kind of that back and forth, getting to actually really talk to each other and getting to know what it is that you all who are trying to learn to code, what it is that you're dealing with, what it is that you're struggling with, and really just how we can help you. So we're going to keep tonight pretty short because mostly we just wanted to kind of let you all know that this is coming up. We are really excited about it. We're working on it this week and next. And then, so it's a week from, I guess it's 2 weeks from tomorrow, if I'm doing that calculation right. I'm not sure if any of us really know what day it is right now. 2 weeks from tomorrow. So between now and then, we're kind of polishing everything up, making sure that we're ready and registering students. Alex and I will stick around for a couple more minutes here just in case anyone has any last minute questions. I don't see any coming through, but if you've been here before, we have about a 30-second delay. So if you've got any questions for us, throw those up in the comments. And kind of last thing here, Alex, if someone is really new to coding, really hasn't done a ton of online tutorials, or really hasn't done a ton, is there anything that they should do before knowing whether they should register for this course?
The absolute best thing you can do if you think you might be interested, but you're not sure, would be go through the Getting Started guide. And the reason I say that is the Getting Started guide on SC Codes. It's a module when you first log in. It's available to you. There's no coding in there. You're not going to dig into any cool website logic, but you are going to get familiar with the platform, and you're going to get familiar with kind of what our content looks like. And if you're comfortable with the way the content looks, and the only other thing you have is an interest in this, you're who we want in this class. And so I think that's kind of the only prerequisite, is make sure that you are comfortable with reading our content, the format it's in, and the way our graphics work. We'll guide you from there. But certainly this is not something where you have to have a year of experience or you have to have taken these 3 prerequisite courses. We are really trying to build this from the ground up for people who want to come in and say, hey, it's my first day looking at websites. What do I need to know? And we're gonna take you on that path together. So no, there are no other prerequisite courses here. I know it looks like there was a question about doing some computer science. Certainly, if you have computer science background, you're welcome to attend if you're interested in the web design side of things. But we are going to be building up from the base level. And so if you're taking some computer science, but you've never done any web development, this might be a great way to get started. If
Yeah.
you've done a little web development and you're really into deeper languages, then I would really recommend you look at some of our more advanced classes on the platform. And those may be things we offer virtual cohorts in later. And
Hmm.
so if you're getting into those and having trouble completing them, then maybe we can help you with that somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And yeah, that comment from one of our viewers says that he's doing computer science and intro to computer science course. So yeah, this might be kind of a cool complement to that. Going over some topics that are you may or may not have gotten to yet in that course. So I think that might be kind of cool. Um,
And
all right.
one of the really fun things about these classes that and Leah, I know you keep saying it, but I miss being in a classroom with students and getting that
Yeah.
banter, is students will teach each other. So if
Yes.
you have a computer science background and no web dev and you want to learn a little bit about building websites, you may be able to ask questions and point things out that other students maybe wouldn't have thought to ask.
Right.
So definitely bring your backgrounds, bring the things you're interested in, and let's see how we can bring them into the web development community. That's what makes it such a fun thing, is different background and experience coming in.
Yeah. That's such a great point. And we've seen that happen in our in-person cohorts so much where, we have complete beginners in that cohort. And then we sometimes have people who've been through a little bit of web development, who've maybe we've got a lot of people who've maybe tried it in the past or done some in the past and then did something else in their career and then are kind of picking it back up. And it's so fun to see, even for our mentors, the things that our students will bring up or offer that they didn't know about. So yeah, it's a complete kind of mutual learning environment, and I'm really excited to kind of see that happen again. So thanks for mentioning that too. All right, you guys. I don't see any other questions yet. If there's anything that I miss, please, I put link, the link to our Slack channel over in the comments. So if you're not there yet and if you haven't really used Slack very much, click on that and you can join our Slack channel and you can talk to us at any point in between these Mentor Mondays. So if you've got other questions, things we can answer, our mentors are there, other students are there. So we'd love to help you guys out if you've got anything. And other than that, Alex, thanks for jumping in.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Of course. And we will be here again next week with a new topic. But again, in the meantime, if you've got questions about the cohort or anything else, we'd love to see you in Slack. So have a great week. Alex, you too. Everybody stay safe and well, and we will talk next week.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, guys.